I bet you got it twisted, you don't know who to trust. So many player hating niggas.
Damn, what'd I do?
I don't know.
Charlie 14 confirmed.
Khalil, put your hands on the dash where he can see them. Khalil, put your hands on the dash. I'm not playing.
Sorry, we ain't done nothing. Will we drive like 50 feet?
Please. Please, just do it.
Okay.
Sir, can you roll your window down for me?
Here we go. I need to see your driver's license and registration. For what? What'd I do? Sir, license and registration.
Khalil, keep your hands on the dash.
Star, how am I supposed to get him my license and registration if I have to stay still? I want to know why you're pulling me over. You failed to signal lane change. Turn the music off. Why? I can hear you.
Please, Khalil.
Turn it off. This is my car, so how can you tell me that?
Step out of the car.
You ain't got no right to do this to me.
Listen, I'm giving you a lawful order.
Khalil, listen to him.
Is it for failing to signal my lane change or for failing to turn down my music? Which one?
Sir, out of the car now. Either you get out of the car yourself or I'm gonna do it for you. Now! Drop the phone.
Yo, don't you just give me my ticket?
Hands on the car. Anything on you?
No, there's nothing on me.
Any drugs?
Nah, man.
Can you remove your driver's license, please? Where'd you find her?
I know her. That's my friend.
You looking for a score tonight?
What? A score? Yo, come on, man.
Keep your hands on the car. Do not move. Can I get a license going on?
Where's my phone?
Star, you okay? You alright?
Go back where he told you.
I'm gonna take his time doing whatever he gotta do.
I'm not playing. Go back.
Yo, but come on, why you messing up my car?
Just listen to him, Khalil.
Hey, alright, chill.
Stop right there! Stop!
No. 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 No.
Go ahead, man.
Sit down. Officer needs help. Shots fired. One suspect down. The other in custody. Requesting an ambulance.
What did you do? What did you do?
Be quiet, ma'am.
Help him!
Well, stay where you are. Do not move, okay?
He's bleeding! Help him! Go on! He's bleeding!
Where is it? Where's the weapon? Okay, the gun. Where is it?
What gun?
Where? Shit!
Shit! Khalil, look at me!
Devastating shootings. You see some rallies, like this one in Minnesota, did turn violent over the weekend. Dozens of officers injured. This healing is going to be hard.
And we have so many striking images to show you. This encounter between a young woman and officers in riot gear in Baton Rouge. And last night, people...
As night fell on Memphis, more than 1,000 demonstrators took to this bridge, bringing Interstate 40 to a standstill for almost 4 hours.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
In Baton Rouge, where Alton Sterling was killed by police last week, 48 arrests overnight, following more than 100 arrests Saturday. Among them, Black Lives Matters activist DeRay McKesson.
You know, I remain disappointed in the Baton Rouge police who continue to provoke protesters who are peacefully protesting.
Report protesters throwing fireworks, rocks, and Molotov cocktails. 102 people arrested. Meanwhile, the country remembers. This morning, a nation praying for peace. Several thousand gathered at this town hall in West Dallas.
I don't care what color they are, it's hard to reject love. I have never seen love lose a fight. You can wrestle it down to the mat and try to hold it down, but before you count to 10, love will leap back up again.
Now responding to the white police officer seen here, not facing charges for holding down an unarmed black man, Eric Garner, in an apparent chokehold that is said to have eventually killed him. Outrage sparked by this video from July. Garner, who had been accused of selling cigarettes illegally on New York's Staten Island, seen here being taken down by NYPD officer Daniel Pantaleo.
Just moments after her boyfriend, Philando Castile, was shot by police during a traffic stop over what she says was a broken taillight. She says Castile told the officer he was carrying a licensed gun.
He's licensed to carry. He was trying to get out his ID and his wallet out his pocket, and he let the officer know that he had a firearm and he was reaching for his wallet, and the officer just shot him in his arm.
The police officer pointing his gun into the car. Reynolds calm and clear. Her young daughter in the back seat.
Waiting for a back. I will, sir. No worries. I will. He just shot his arm off. We got pulled over on Larpener.
I told him not to reach for it. I told him to get his hand out.
You told him to get his ID, sir, and his driver's license.
Hey, bro. You move, I swear to God.
Big boss.
Well, the FBI has opened a civil rights investigation into the death of 37-year-old Alton Sterling. This cell phone video, this is another one, appears to show Sterling and two officers fighting outside of a store. Again, this is graphic video. We know Sterling was armed as things escalated when he was killed.
Police brutality, to me, I think it's like when someone in like police force takes advantage of their position and uses it to abuse others, like whether it be by giving charges that aren't necessarily needed or actual physical violence.
I think police brutality is when the law enforcement takes advantage of their powers.
So I would define police brutality as like the targeted aggression towards, well, it doesn't even necessarily have to be towards a marginalized group, although it does happen especially towards them. Any over-aggressive acts, slamming, like anything that isn't necessary to protect citizens and enforce the law.
So police brutality to me is any unnecessary harm towards any citizen by a police force, whether it be physical or verbal misconduct. A national police shooting data chart from 2011 through 2014 shows evidence of unarmed black people being 3 times more likely to be shot and killed by an officer than an armed white person. A 2016 study from the National Bureau of Economic Research states that African American people are also more likely to be handled with aggressive force and stopped more frequently. An Oakland, California Police Department study shows that an African American makes up to 28% of the population, but 60% of the traffic stops.
Police brutality is an umbrella term to describe any unjustified harassment, including verbal assault, physical, mental injury, property damage, or death suffered due to the interaction with police officers. There have been several cases of officers shooting and killing unarmed civilians. The Associated Press states that there are about 1,000 police shootings each year in the U.S. by itself. During the research, I came across a CNN News article about police shootings and how trials and convictions are rare for the officers. From 2005 to 2007, 80 officers were arrested on murder charges, but during that 5-year span, only 35% of those officers were convicted.
No one saw you, right? You keep your mouth shut. Anyone asks you what you're doing in the park, you tell them your job.
It was an accident.
A white cop and a black kid. I don't fucking accents anymore.
A black teenager was left out in the cold to die. No one cares about Brenton Bowen. His life does not factor into the equation of this city.
Discrimination is the implicit biases, attitudes, and stereotypes that can influence our beliefs, actions, and decisions, even though we are not consciously aware of them. In other words, it is the unfair treatment of people and groups based on the characteristics, such as race, age, gender, and sexual orientation. Organizations and activist groups such as Black Lives Matter, American Civil Liberties Union, National Association of the Advancement of Colored People, and Congress of Racial Equality have been created and put into efforts to positively impact this matter.
But you ain't did nothing, because we still had killings under your belt. And you should have been here today to support us and let us know that this is not going to continue to happen. And see, and this is how we know it's going to continue to happen, because they not out here. They don't give a damn. They not out here.
We live in a time and day of conspiracy. A threat to the poor, a threat to the have-nots. Kill them and leave them. We don't need them, need them. You got his kids in the car. See? Y'all done fucked up. You done fucked up.
It's 2018.
You're killing our dreams! You're killing our dreams! You can't talk to him, because he's fucking dead! That's bullshit at his own home!
This injustice is causing outrage to all people around the world. However, there has been a change happening over the years. Police departments all over the U.S. are altering the way they train their apprentices and teaching the importance of applying those techniques when taking action.
Not on the freeway. The freeway's over there. Don't touch me, bro.